Hey guys, this is part 4 of how to make your own characters in buildbox 3 using just the asset library. And if you haven't seen the first 3 videos yet, feel free to go back and watch them. So today, I'm gonna show you how to create a defeated animation for this character. Let's take a look. So that was the first character that we have created together. Now as you can see right here, 2 things were added in this character, just because I'm using it in my game that I'm about to release soon. So I added 2 trails, one here and one over here. I just thought that it would look nicer. And yeah, so now in the defeated animation, so we're going to have 8 parts, okay? So I'm gonna start with this one. I mean, you can choose whatever part in the character you want, but like for the videos, I'm gonna choose this part right here and this one. So I'm gonna have these 2 stick together, okay? So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go to the asset library. I'm just gonna grab, let's grab a sphere, okay? Add that sphere. Okay, let's close this. I think it should be down here. Okay, this is the sphere. So I'm gonna call this main body. We're gonna have 8 parts, so I'm gonna call this, I'm just gonna call it part 1. Boom. You can call it whatever you want as long as you remember what it is. So that's all you need. Okay, so we're gonna double click on it for part 1. Okay, so now it's kind of like simple. So all you do is this: delete the 2D model, go to the character. Okay, so we're gonna search for these 2 parts right here. Okay, now let's go here. Let's see which one is it. Okay, so this is the first one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this part, right? Command C if you're using Mac, and then we're going to part 1, and then we're gonna Command V to paste it there. Okay, where is it? Okay, right there. Okay, so now remember that I said I want these 2 parts to stick together, so I'm gonna search for the ring. So it could be this ring or that ring. It doesn't matter. I just want like 2 of them to stick together as like part 1. Okay, so let's search for a ring. Not this one. Okay, let's see which one is this. Okay, so we're gonna grab this one. I'm gonna copy this and then drop it in part 1. Command V. Okay, now as you can see, I have it right here. Now, what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to duplicate the rings, which is this one, duplicate that. Let me put it like that instead. Connect them. Okay, so I have 2 rings here. So what I'm going to do, okay, one of them, I need to, I'm gonna bring the other one on this side right here. Let's see here. Let's remove the negative here. Have it here, and then let's put negative here at 65, and then we have it like that, right? So now, I only need 2. So the reason I bring this one, so I'm going to show that it's like when it's defeated, so one of the ring is broken. So that's the idea of bringing this one over here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, let's let me go here. Let's see right here. Okay, so another thing that I want to do is to bring the glass, this glass, because I want to show that the glass is not there anymore. So I'm going to find the glass, and then, okay, I believe this is the glass. Let's copy the glass, and then go to part 1 and then paste the glass there. Okay, there we go. So now what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna show that when the character is defeated, the glass is not there anymore, and then that ring or this ring is not there anymore. Okay, so that's the whole point of bringing them over here. All right, so let's go here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, okay, I'm going to let's do 0.3 here, and then I'll do 0.7. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. So I'm going to change the color to let's not this one, a little bit darker. Okay, I think we can try this. Okay, so we're gonna do like the same thing for one of the rings. Okay, I think that's, is that the main body? Let's see which one is this. Okay, this is it. Okay, yeah, we can do this for, we can use that ring. Okay, so now for this ring, let's scroll down here. Let's do 0.4 here in X, and then let's do right here 1.5 here. Okay, 5. So what I can do here, let's try 90 and see what happened here. Okay, 90 here. I think that's fine. And we're gonna do let's do 0.25 for the scale in X, and then we can do 1.3 here. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we're going to change the color to iron. Let's yeah, same color. Okay, so now we're gonna call this part 1. So whenever the character is defeated, so you're gonna see this part as the defeated animation. Okay, so now one thing that I have to, one thing that you gotta make sure that you know what, let me just create another one so I can show you what I'm trying to tell you right here. Okay, so now another thing, let's go back to the character. So another thing that I want to show, okay, that it's the screen. Okay, I want to show that the screen is not there anymore. So let's copy the screen, Command C. Okay, let's go. Now what we're gonna do here, we're going to, because it's gonna be 8 parts, so this is part 1. So let's duplicate part 1, and then let's have part 2 for the defeated animation. So now, okay, so we're going to delete them. This is part 2, remember that? And then let's paste the screen there. Now, okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you guys. So when you're doing this, whenever you do this, you gotta remember to have the same position you have here for the 3D model, like the position, the rotation, and the scale. You have to add these numbers to the start, okay? Right here, you have to add them right here. So this is what we're going to do here. We're going to the 3D model. We have 1.6, 1.6, 90, negative 90. So we're going to add these numbers here, okay? So we had 1.6, and then we have 1.6 here. 1.6, and then we have 90. Was it negative 90 or 90? Let's see here. Yeah, negative 90. And then down here we have 0.6, 1.7. Okay. We have 0.6. 0.3. Oh yeah, 0.7, 0.6, 0.7. Okay. I put 0.3. It's 0.7. Alright, so 0.7. Now for part 2 now we don't have 3D models. We have 4 of them. So we need to choose one of them, just one of them. So now the biggest one is this one right here, right? So this is the one we're going to use, okay? Just to make sure that it's this one. Alright, so now we know for sure this is what we need. So we're going to add this numbers to the start, okay? We have 1.3, and then 1, 90, and then negative 90. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna put 1.3, and then we have 90 here, and then negative 90 here, right? So let's go back there, and we have 0.5, 2.7, 0.5, 2.7, 0.5, 2.7. Oh, I forgot to put the 1 here. 1. And then in Z, it's 0.8. Z is 0.8. Okay. So now, so we have part 1 and then part 2. So let's go. I mean, like I said, you can call them whatever you want, as long as you remember what you're working on. So that's good. Okay, so now let's go to the character, and then let's see what we can use. Okay. Okay, so second thing we're gonna use, now if you go to part 1, you see like one wing is off, so we're going to create that ring. Okay, so let's go to here, duplicate the glass. We're gonna call this, you can call them ring, whatever you want, but I'm gonna call this part 3. Okay, now let's go to part 3 right here, and we're going to delete this. Let's go to the character, and let's find that ring. I believe that ring it was this one that is off, And let's find that ring. Okay, I think it's out there. Not this one. Okay, I think it is this one. Let's see. No. You know what? Let's just go here and then let's just copy this one for the ring. Copy it and then just drop it here. Just paste it there. Okay. Boom. And then let's do this ring here. Okay, it was the positive one, I remember. Yeah, we're gonna send it here, put negative here. Okay. Yeah, it was this ring. Okay, so now we're gonna put this value to this start. So we have 1.3 and then 2, 1.3, and then we have 2 here, and then 3D model. Okay, we have negative 65, 90. We're gonna have the same here, negative 65, and then 90. And then let's go back to the 3D model. We have 0.2, 1.2, and then 0.5. We have 0.2, and then 1.2, and then we have 0.5. Okay, so great. Let's make sure. Okay, so everything is the same. So we're gonna go back to the 3D model, and then we're going to duplicate this to have part 4. Okay, part 4. So now we're going to let's see. Let's go back to the character and find another part. Okay, so I'm going to create this part right here. Okay, I'm going to create this one. So let's find it in the 3D model. 3D models, and it's not this one. Huh, that one looks like it. Let's see. Yeah, this is it, and we're going to copy that. Command C, and go to part 4. In part 4, we're going to delete this 3D model. Paste that there, and then put the value 1.32. Okay, so 1.3 and then 2. Okay, it's almost like the same value. Okay, the scale is 0.5, 1.1. 0.5, 1.1. Okay, let's check again. 0.5, 1.1. Okay, so now we're going to do, let's go back here, duplicate part 4. Let's call it part 5. Okay, part 5. So this time, let's go back to the character, and let's see which part we can do here. Let's do this part right here. Okay, so let's find it in the 3D models. Which I know which part. Yeah, this is it. I'm going to copy it. Copy and then paste it in part 5. Here. Paste. Let's delete this one. And here. And then the value 0.3, 3.5, 1.3, 3.5. And then we have here 90, negative 90.4. We have 90, and then negative 90, and then we have 0.4. Let's see here, 0.7, 0.4. I'm gonna put that there. 0.7, and then 0.4. There we go. Let's go back to the 3D world. Duplicate part 5. Call it part 6. And then double click on it. Let's check the character again. So which part can we use here? Let's use this tube right here. We're gonna use this, and let's find it. Here it is. Copy it, and then go to part 6. Paste it there. Delete the 3D model, and then the value 1.3, 3. No, what am I saying? 1.3, 4.2. I'm gonna have 4.2, and then 90, 90, 90, and then 0.4, 0.1, Okay, 0.4, 0.1, and then 0 is 0.4 as well, and this one was positive, and then that's it. Then go back to the 3D model, duplicate part 6, and then we're gonna have part 7 here, and double click on part 7, delete the 3D model. So we're gonna go back to the character, let's find something else, another part. This time let's just grab the tail right here. Let's just grab the tail. Okay, let's find the tail, not this one. I think this is the tail. Let's copy it, go to part 7, paste the tail here, and then bring the value to the start 2, and then 3.8. We have 2, and we have 3.8, and then we have 90, negative 150, 90, negative 150, and then we have 0.5, 0.8, 0.4. We have 0.5, 0.8, and then 0.4. Okay, that's it. Okay, so this is good. This is good. Now, okay, so what we're going to do here, so in every part, we're going to add a jump node, okay? Let's bring a jump node in here, connect the jump node here. Okay, so we're gonna leave X at, let's just leave it at none, but let's put 3 here for the random. And in Y, let's just do a little, 3, and then let's do 2 here. And in Z, let's do 0. And then let's do 3 here. We're gonna do 3 here. Okay, and then for this part right here, well, let's do 0. And 0. And 0 here. And then let's do 1 here. And then 2 here. And then 3 here. Then we're gonna leave this as none. Okay, and then, I mean, you can play with this, but I'm just gonna leave mine like that. I'm going to copy the jump node, and then I'm gonna drop it in every part that I created. And then part 5, just paste it there. And then part 4. And then part 1. Okay, so now this is done. Next thing we're gonna do is we're going to the character, so we're going to create the spawner. Let's create the spawner here. Okay. Let's bring a spawner node to spawn. I'm gonna call this. So we're going to connect. Okay, let's create them first. I'm gonna call this part 1. If I may, part 1. Ouch. And let's duplicate this. Part 2. And part 3. Part 4. Part 5. 6. And 7. Okay, so we have everything here. So we're going to connect, well, if your character doesn't have a health node, and you can connect this to the defeated animation, okay? I don't know, it depends on where your defeated animation. If you only have this, right? You have a if collide, if your character collide with the enemy and then it will be defeated, then that's okay too. So you can just connect them to the defeated animation. But yeah, so this is my defeated animation. So I'm going to, so when my character is defeated, it's going to spawn all the parts that we have created, okay? So we're going to connect this to the defeated animation right here. Okay, so now this is done. Now we're going to find the parts. Let's find part 1. Boom, this is part 1. Save. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to show you guys, before we connect this, so let me disconnect them. So because I want to show you guys that there was no defeated animation in it yet. So I'm gonna show you that there is no what it looks like right now. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's just like flying, and then once you hit the ground, boom. So game over. There is no defeated animation. It just like disappeared. And by the way, one thing that I wanted to mention, you see that this button right here, so I created myself. I mean, I don't buy UI buttons. You can create your own UI button, but I'll show you guys how to create your UI button in the next videos. And you know, if you just started using buildbox, sometimes you don't want to like spending money to buy, you know, UI buttons, a bunch of things. So I'm gonna show you guys how to create this beautiful buttons. I mean, it's simple and easy. You know, you don't have to get like Photoshop. I don't use Photoshop. I don't even know how to use it. I know it's also not free as well. So so I will be showing you guys how to create like beautiful UI button for your game, all kind of like UI buttons. So you don't have to like buy them. You can make your game unique, you know, everything. So yeah, so as you can see, there is no defeated animation. If you try that again, and right, yeah. So now, okay. So now we're going to add the defeated animation now. Connect them. Here. Okay, so part 1, let's go add part 2. Part 2 is the glass. Okay, we're going to assign everything. Part 3, which is that ring. Assign. And then part 4. Part 5. Okay, part 6. And then lastly, part 7. Assign. Okay, let's check them again. Everything is assigned. Alright, so now we're going to preview this and see what it looks like now. Alright guys, so as you can see, it looks pretty cool. So if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing. And I will see you in the next video with the UI buttons for your games. Bye.